All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Fidens Brewing Company, and they're out of Albany, New York, and this is their Use It Up. So they're calling this one a double IPA that is brewed with Simcoe and Citra hops. It comes in at 7.9% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. This can is just over 3 weeks old. So we got another Fidens beer here. Last week I reviewed their Blue Skies, which was a double IPA with Citra, Mosaic, and Nelson Sauvin hops. It was delicious, and this one is very simplistic as well. Now on their Instagram and Untappd, they do mention this is brewed with Citra in the whirlpool, and then they dry hop it with Citra and a touch of Simcoe. So it's weird that they put Simcoe before Citra, but maybe they changed it since they wrote those up. Who knows? Anyway, let's crack this one open, get in the glass. I think they have like fruited versions of this one too, but this was the only one that was available to me, so I gave it a go, and just over 3 weeks old. Yeah, I mean, most of these Fidens now have this crazy looking, you know, like just milky kind of vibe to it. Ooh, this one's a little bit carbonated. I'm not even pouring it all that aggressive. So we're going to let it settle down, and then I'll pour in the rest. But for now, just let it calm down a bit. So we have it in the beautiful Fidens glass here. Hashtag proper glassware, but not really, but kind of. So yeah, that has that milky, like kind of OJ look to it. I didn't pour it all that aggressively. It has almost a 3-finger of this eggshell white, off-white, super creamy, dense, not going anywhere looking head. Hold it up to the light. You can't see through it. Murky, turbid for days. Kind of what these beers look like from, especially Fidens nowadays. Let's get a nose. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. There smells like there's legit orange juice in this one, along with like real peaches. It's like orange and peach for days. Wow, that is intense. You can smell the freshness. This being just over 3 weeks old, you can definitely tell there's a vibrancy, there's an intensity that just kind of hits your nostrils. You're like, yep, no, that's a fresh IPA for sure. There's a little bit of like a dank herbaceousness. There is no green astringency / hot burn here in the nose. It has more of like a herbaceous dankness with a little bit of grassiness. But this is sweet, yet like zesty orange, so like orange juice that you maybe had, and maybe someone shaved some orange zest on top of the orange juice. I don't know what I'm talking about. Or this has like maybe like an orange Julius kind of vibe to it in the nose. But then I'm getting over-ripened sweet, like I would say like canned peaches. Like it has like even the syrup you'd get with the peaches, a little bit sweeter. But that dank herbaceous kind of grassiness, I would say this almost has that slight onion garlic thing that I rarely get anymore. I used to get that a lot, and if you watch the reviews, especially hop forward beer reviews for me, I haven't said onion and garlic in a hot minute, and I'm definitely getting it here. Oh, it's so fucking, like it is so vibrant in the nose that this is kind of wild. This smells better than the Blue Skies, and the Blue Skies smell pretty fucking good. So oh, look, so I'm gonna go in for the taste anyway as this head rises, because that's gonna be like drinking whipped cream on top of your drink when I get into this. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to penetrate into the regular portion of the beer. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. That's fucking divine. I am getting just a substantial orange character, that it is blowing my mind that there's not orange in this fucking beer, because it tastes like straight on an orange Julius, orange juice in general. It just has such an impactful orange character that I'm surprised. I really am. Buying this, it's still pretty thick. It's a thick boy. I said that the Blue Skies was like higher side of medium, lower side of full. This is kind of in that same realm. I'd say like lower side of full. It just has a thickness that, I mean, you look at it and yeah, it definitely is as thick as it looks. The body is Fidens through and through at this point. Again, they're upper echelon when it comes to these mouthfeels. Soft, smooth, really creamy, velvety smooth, pillowy on the palate. It's insane. It has a mild to moderate carbonation, more smack dab in the middle. So it's carbonated, but it's softer than a lot of other hop forward beers, and just has that smooth creaminess that I kind of want from the style. The taste, it's pretty simplistic for the most part, and omnipresent. Just orange Julius into slight orange creamsicle, but more orange Julius with a big just orange juice vibe in general. Halfway through the palate, the peach comes in. Again, it's more like a syrupy kind of candied peach, slight like peach gummy ring. It's sweeter. There's an underlying like bready, bit more biscuity kind of malt character here. Second half of the palate is where this beer shines from a balance perspective and a drinkability perspective as well, because this is full on dry with a dank herbaceousness that it has a little bit of that onion garlic thing mixing in with a touch of a grassiness. There is a very mild bitterness here, kind of what the style dictates. But unlike Blue Skies, where I wanted to see more bitterness, this is so substantially dry and it has that different characteristic on the finish that it balances it out enough for me to really enjoy it and want to drink the rest of this. Personal preference, and I didn't think that would be the case, but I like this more than the Blue Skies. I'm debating between a high 4.5 and a low 4.75, but this, let me go one more sip. I think the orange and peach thing is just kind of winning me over. Yeah, it is. This is fucking delicious. I don't think I've ever had a beer without something in it like lactose, vanilla, actual fruit, like an orange specifically, that had as much orange character as this beer has to me. Like, it's insane to me. Like, I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Everybody has different palates. Maybe, you know, you don't really like this one, or maybe you don't get the orange like I do, but this is orange and this is peach for days for me. I really like the finish. This is better than Blue Skies for me. I'm gonna give this a pretty fucking high score, honestly. Probably one of the highest scores I've given from Fidens. Use it up from Fidens. Low 4.75 and go 4.65 out of 5. That's what I'm going to give this beer. I think that's a fair score for what I'm drinking. This is for a 7.9%, you know, New England Double IPA with Citra and a touch of Simcoe. This is fucking fantastic. The mouthfeel's spectacular. The body is pretty fucking thick, and I just love the orange peach and that, like, a little bit of that onion garlic thing too on the back of the palate. Price point availability, I think at the brewery this is probably like $5.50 a can. In my neck of the woods where I got it, it was $7.50. The bottle shop, I'm pretty sure, went to Fidens, brought the beer back, and you're talking about a 9-hour round trip from Buffalo, so $2 more a can to be able to try it. Sure, I only picked up 2 different beers from them because that's all I had left when I ordered, but you know, for the most part, I'm fine with paying that. Would I pay that all the time? No. I mean, if I lived in Albany, I would have no issues paying $5.50 a can at the brewery, but you know, we occasionally get drops of Fidens, and when I do, I'm probably going to pick up a couple cans every time because it's quality stuff through and through, as you see. And availability, I don't know with Fidens. I know a good friend of mine, viewer of the channel, Ryan, he's down in Maryland, and you know, he got his hands on I think like 4 different 4-packs. You know, in Virginia, last beer, Josh, another good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber. There's a lot of people outside of New York can get their hands on this stuff. And if you're in New York State and you're not in Albany, you probably need a local bottle shop to go to the brewery and bring stuff back, or take a trip yourself. But at the end of the day, Fidens is opening up their new tap room soon, I think, and you'll probably see even better distro down the line. But anyway, if you've had this one before, or any of the, that's right, I mentioned the fruited variants, I'd be curious to see. I forgot, I think there's like a pineapple version of this, or could be pineapple, maybe it's not pineapple, but I'd be curious to see a fruited version of this. But like, this already tastes like orange juice to me, that like, I don't know how it could get much better, but maybe it can. Anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one, cheers. Oh yeah, 7.9%. Another reason why I gave it a pretty fucking high score. I can't really tell. I mean, you know, as far as like an astringency or alcohol in the palate, no. But, you know, this is thick and creamy, and I'd imagine this is double IPA if I was doing reviewing this one blind. So, you know, it is what it is. Till the next one. Cheers.